let's go to the prediction. Now, before the prediction, please just take a deep breath, and see into the future on Wednesday. So, our score predictions and players to score. Let me start. So I think I'm sorry to Man City and Pep. I know they always want this, but I think I will go for a Real Madrid win. Yeah, Real Madrid win for me. Oh, yeah. So,
And
so
Kamavinga
wait
has
though.
nothing to do with that prediction, right?
So you are
Kamavinga
going
to
for
score.
Kamavinga win, not Real Madrid win.
Um,
Okay.
for me, my two teams I support in this world is Man U and Real Madrid. These are the two teams I support in this world. But I'm just being a realistic analyst here. I
Football
think
heritage.
that Man City will take the day. I
Okay.
hate it, but that's what I feel, and that's what I think on this point that Man City will take the day, unfortunately.
And your score is what?
My score will be 1-0 to 1.
Players to score.
Haaland, I give Haaland to score. De Bruyne of Gundogan will score the second goal.
And Real Madrid.
Vinicius still. I
Definitely.
doubt if Benzema will be able to score. They will definitely cage him more and more and more because as one of us pointed out, he has to, fall back to. So I think he's going to play that game again, and so Vinicius, Rodrigo, these two, either of them would score, I believe. But
Okay.
yeah,
So we do.
I, it's it's really tough for me. I absolutely see my head um, says Man City have more attacking options. Last, if worst come to the worst, Alvarez day, Foden day,
I
like
yeah.
you know they have. I beg, I can't even I can't shout. And the only thing that in my mind would lead to a Real Madrid, whatever is Real Madrid essentially are the masters of footballing rope a dope. They'll take it, and then you make a
Yeah.
mistake and boom, and then somehow you just find out that you can't even get into the game anymore. So there's that. I'm so sorry. I cannot. I'm sorry. I can't. I've tried. I've thought about this over and over. Really, Man City, yes, they have everything going for them. More attacking options. They're at home and all of that. But having seen what happened with Liverpool and Madrid, even if Man City leads 2-0, the same way Liverpool, and to be fair, Liverpool wasn't exactly at the peak of their powers in that
Yeah.
in that game. But I'm still saying that if Man City quickly runs into a 2-0 lead, I will still not be very convinced until maybe the 80th minute because I know what this same nonsense Real Madrid did to Man City last year when it
Yeah.
looked like nah. In fact, that
Yeah.
second leg, they had chances. They looked like they were really going to score even more. Even though after a while they began to keep it tight and started trying to keep their lead. And then Rodrigo does that thing that he always does, and then Benzema. Look, man, I'm sorry. I'm, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you know
the
that
difference, the
second leg
difference,
was
the
more
difference
of
is
Pep's
talent.
fault.
The
It was
difference is talent. The
I
difference
get
is
Chief.
talent.
You are not a bigger admirer of Haaland than I. However, when the chips are down, experience always look. I'm sorry. There's a reason why, even as you yourself has psychoanalyzed, there's a reason why Ancelotti edges Pep in the Champions League stakes, there is a man management and there is something he does which I feel was even also important for Zidane's three-peating. A calmness, a look, nothing they happen. There's a nothing they happenness about Madrid when so I'm always very, very cautious about them. See, Man City has everything. And like I've said, they're at home. And by and large, they have the players. But Madrid just has a way of doing things, and they are ruthless. And for Benzema not to have scored in the last, match, I feel that he would want to get on the score sheet. So I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
So you're not
I
giving
can't.
me any prediction. Is that what you're trying to say?
I feel my head says Man City,
But your
my
bad belly says Real Madrid.
no, it's not. It's not. See, I have never really been a Real Madrid fan, but I've come to just agree for God that look, they will lose to Osasuna, possibly 2-1 in the previous match, and still go and beat somebody. And they are like that. I'm sorry. I have gotten enough trauma betting against Madrid too many times. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So you're striking Viking. You don't see him scoring. He didn't score the first leg. I have this feeling he might score the second.
So when I say I can't choose, I'm not saying there will not be goals, to be fair.
Okay.
Which is why I cautiously said that in regulation time, personally, I do not see anything other than a draw. So, man, we could get into this match and it is free scoring and people are just banging in goals and it's end to end, frankly, blah, 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 because, of course, shackles are off and Madrid says, okay, why not? Let's go, right? But when the chips are down in that regulation time, I really think that both guys are going to go for it. To be fair to Madrid, so there's like Ernest has pointed out, there is still a bit of a mental onus on Man City. See, Madrid just sees one more game. That's the way I feel. They just see, okay, this is another game, and then we get to the finals, and most likely we are going to trash whoever. So I don't even think they are going to be as cautious as they were at the Bernabeu. I don't see it. I feel that there's a high possibility this will be a look, Star Wars, like boom, 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 boom. That's how I feel about it. But Man City, if the game keeps going on and they do not have a healthy lead, I can never ride Madrid out. There will be goals. I think there will be goals. In fact, I think that the shackles will be off, but I cannot call who at the final whistle is going to win this game. Sorry.
Okay. Do you?
Oh, I understand Soedo's mindset. It's a game that you can never just put your finger and say this person wins. Looking at Madrid's history in the Champions League, you can never count them out. We can make predictions, but on the day, very often what happens varies differently from what we might predict.
Yeah.
I'm looking at who starts better if City scores first. It's going to be a long night for Madrid because Madrid would need to open up more, and that would mean letting Haaland less control on Haaland. On the other hand, if Madrid score first, I'm sure City will panic because what happened last year will definitely play on their minds, it will definitely impact them. And Madrid seem to absorb so much and then hit on the counter. I've never seen Madrid being so defensive as they were in the last game. But somehow City too has learned the same things. I think I said Pep is one of the coaches that has really evolved. Pep has basically evolved, starting to evolve from he's now more a mixture of Marcelo Bielsa and Jose Mourinho. From when he was at Barcelona, he was pure Marcelo Bielsa, just use tiki taka, kill the opponent. He moved to Bayern. Bayern was a good defensive side, so he got that balance. Immediately he got to City. What was the first thing he did? He spent loads of money getting good defenders because he had come to, he's been evolving. And for the first time, we watched against Bayern, recently against Arsenal, when he's playing teams that equally pass well, he doesn't mind just keeping the ball in the back line. It's almost Mourinho style. Then when you are lured that, oh, Man City is just playing it backward, and you come out, two, three passes, and they're in front of the box. It's classic Mourinho, counter-attacking. So his ability, I think getting Haaland was what forced him to play that style. He had to find a balance between being overly possessive or how best do I utilize Haaland, his strength and his pace. It means sometimes he has to let go of the ball, let the other team pass the ball and move in. And once they win the ball, they're able to move the ball fast enough to create room behind the back line for Haaland. And it's something that he was able to do between maybe the World Cup ending and January. Because before the World Cup, Alan started on fire. Then he went through a phase where he was struggling. You barely see him in the game. Then he came back from the World Cup, and it's like Pep has sat down and decided that no, I have to make some changes first. I have to, if Haaland is going to be playing that way, I have to find a way of adding more bodies in the midfield. Oh, let me move Stones. He made some changes, tactical changes that involve Stones also moving more into the central midfield, which somehow made massive changes in the way they play, and they're able to. It has served them very well, both in the league and in the Champions League. And no, before the first leg, we're all saying, what would Pep do? Will he do his overthinkering? And he surprised us. He didn't tinker. He basically used the same starting 11, apart from De Bruyne, that he used in his previous league game. So it's obvious that he's also learning. It's obvious that uh, some of the mistakes, and that's what makes Pep actually a special coach. You have to also learn. It's going to be a good one watching Pep and Ancelotti play out their that game, because Ancelotti is someone who's equally very experienced, is good
Yeah.
at handling big players, and he lets them loose. There's something about Ancelotti, how he gives players confidence. I think was watching an interview with Mikel, and Mikel said that was probably the best coach that's coached him, that he has a way of giving the players that freedom to express themselves. Joe Cole said the same thing. So you can imagine these are players who were basically who spent more time under Mourinho and all the other coaches, but they had a special feeling for Ancelotti. It tells you how he relates with the players. And he's been very good for someone like Vinicius, because players like Vinicius are not players that you have to tie them down. And that's where City is different. Pep has a system and he wants everybody to work within the system. So he didn't get along with Ronaldinho. He had to get rid of him. He didn't get along with Eto. He didn't get along well with Benzema. I mean, with Abramovich, because he has a system and you have to play within that system. I think fortunately for him, Haaland is a young player. He's coming at the right age where he can play within that system. That's a good thing he has done. So Madrid is going to be exciting. Madrid is going to give you players that can at any moment turn the game around. City is going to play with this system. So for City, the key thing for them is not making mistakes. As long as they don't make mistakes and play that system to perfection, they'll definitely overwhelm Madrid. But the advantage Madrid have is to have a coach that lets players lose, lets them to express themselves on the field. So you could have the whole team playing badly, then in a moment of magic, you could have a player do something fantastic that will lead to a goal and turn the tide, which naturally we don't expect. Apart from Messi, probably no other player playing under Pep has that kind of freedom to just go out and do whatever they want to do. You play with him, so it's two different personalities, two different coaching philosophy, both brilliant, both successful. It's just for us to enjoy a game that will be played both on the sidelines and within the field because the quality of the players we have on both sides are exciting to watch. And I think I still feel it's probably going to be a draw, except City score first. If City score first, then likely they might win within the 90 minutes. But if Madrid score first, I still see that game going to 120 minutes.
Okay. So no exact prediction.
It's tough.
Yeah.
If I were to come out and say, I'll say, okay, my head tells me that City could win 1-2-1, but another part is saying, okay, could be 1-1 or 2-2
Um,
or even 3-3. They played 4-3 the other last season, so it
yeah.
could be a high score draw. It depends.
Well, as I said last time before the first leg, I said that if Man City doesn't panic, but they are likely to panic, I don't think Real Madrid feels like if they don't qualify to the finals, they have anything to lose. They don't feel it.
No.
They need it,
Mm.
but they don't feel it. Because most of the players playing today have had this cup before. So they don't feel it as Man City feels it. Pep Guardiola feels it. Every player in that team feels it. Like if they lose this game, they might let go the Premiership, the EPL. That they can let go. But this is all they have lived for to come to this
They would
point.
die there.
They will die there. They have all
Yeah.
so it's either they overact and destroy Madrid with every energy, or they panic and then lose water. So it is going to be a very thing. But I know that Man City
Yeah.
is much more under pressure for this game than Real Madrid is, and that will make a lot of difference for or against them. And that I still think that being at home, they may have advantage of 2-1 or 1-0. That's my prediction.
Okay. So I know somehow we all want Pep to carry this for the first time, but Bad Belle will not allow us to.
No.
I don't follow. But I'm just being realistic.
All right now. Okay, let's see what happens now. I pray his village people will not do something and allow him just blow it away.
Even Yaya Torre says he has not put any cost on City. But
wait, I really want to ask, is that true? Is it true?
No,
I don't believe all
not
this
true.
stuff, but I kind of believe it. The way Man City exits Champions League, it's not ordinary.
No. I think Yaya Toure's former agent, he's a Turkish guy, says something about Yaya Toure forgiving City, and Yaya Toure got fed up and he put a statement
I saw the post.
That
Yeah.
that man no longer works for him, and he doesn't like this narrative of African magic. It gives a negative impression of that he's never been involved in that kind of thing. He's never cursed anyone, and it makes people lazy, not respect people for who they are. They just feel you just go and do certain stuff behind and get people this and that. He's never cursed City. That he wishes the best for them. So I think immediately after that statement, a lot of people came out, started going around social media saying that, oh, the curse is lifted. Curse is lifted. Probably this might be this season. So
Well, by Wednesday we'll get to know now if it's
we
lifted
get to
or
know.
still there.
Thursday.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
But
so Wednesday.
I don't think there's anything serious about that. I think Yaya has not spoken about it, but eventually got to him because it
Yeah.
gives you this impression that you're spoiled Joe, you feel you are petty, it, especially when he doesn't talk about it and keeps going around the media. So eventually, he had to just come out and uh, give out a statement, say no, I have nothing to do with that.
Anyway, let's see now. We get to see. Let's see how it goes, and good luck to Kamavinga.
Why
All
why I
right.
like why I like that guy, sir?
He's
What
You
is
very
it
said
strong.
about him? That's true. Is it the head or the
no. He,
name?
It's
he
the head. I
impressed
think the
me.
head,
He
the head is
impressed me
close
the
down.
last game. Like I was so impressed, and I don't know. Maybe
He's always
that's
a,
just
he's always a star. I mean, he's a star, definitely.
Everyone
yeah.
knew
But
he
the
was
way
going to that
like
one.
him above Vinicius with the goals, I don't know. That's the point. So they're all black. They're all black. So maybe the hair is the difference
Yeah. All
because
right.
they like your own. Carry on like. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's pray God blesses him with the Champions League this time. And he
God
can
doesn't
take it
want
up
football.
from there.
God is not biased. God will not come and bless Pep with this thing. It's for him to do it. God is a neutral God when it comes to football. Uh, Otherwise, Nigeria would have won like 10 World Cups by now because the way we pray and everything. So
Okay.
if he wants, okay.
All right. It's okay. Thank you all so much. Talk after the
Okay.
match. Yeah. All
Yeah.
All
right.
right.
All right.
Okay.
See
Bye.
you
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Do you?
Bye.
All right.
Happy
All right,
Sunday.
Seredo. Ernest, take care.
Yeah.